everyone, welcome to Communication of Chinese Costume Art. Last section, we have talked about the origin of Chinese clothing. Now, let's move to the second part, the development of Chinese clothing. Now let's move to the first lecture, Costume of Qin and Han Dynasty. In 221 BC, the first Emperor Qin Shi Huang has unified the whole country and established the first feudal empire in Chinese history. He believed in the theory of yin and yang and the five elements, and he believed that Qin unified the world with the virtue of water. So he was advocated black and inherited the coronation system of Zhou dynasty. However, the Qin dynasty was short-lived and did not have enough time to formulate a system of official uniforms. By 206 BC, Liu Bang has proclaimed himself the emperor and established the Han dynasty. After recuperation in the early Western Han dynasty, the economy recovered, the national strength was abandoned, and the rules of etiquette were gradually tightened. The Emperor Han Gaozu used the Qin dynasty's black crown as his sacrificial costumes, and there was no law against general clothing. When Emperor Han Wendi wore only the black thick silk fabric, leather shoe, and red belt, the queen's shirt is less than the length of the ground, and she advocated frugality. The civil and military officials were also dressed in black clothes. It's called Chanyi on weekdays. In the later Eastern Han dynasty, the rank of black declined, with the highest ranking wearing red and purple and only the lower ranking officials wearing black. When Emperor Han Wudi 104 BC has adopted the advice of Confucian scholars. He has rescheduled the time of the first day of the first month of each year. It's called 改征朔, change clothing and its colors. It's called 易服色, indicating that he has a heavenly mandate. For the clothes, he has advocated yellow, but there are no detailed rules and regulations. It was not until the Eastern Han Emperor Mingdi, 59 AD, that a specific official dress system has been established. The Emperor Mingdi and his officials have held the sacrificial rites, wearing the crown and garments for the first time, which is the beginning of the full implementation of the Confucian dress system in China. The costume system of sacrifice and royal occasion in Qin and Han dynasties have consisted of crowns, upper and lower garments, shoes, belts, and others, and each of them has their own ranks and orders. The clothing for sacrifice have been made of the shangyi xiashang, meaning the upper garments and the lower garments, while the court dresses are made of shenyi. The core element of the official uniforms is the crown. The very difference between the crown of the Han dynasty and the past dynasties is that men has directly wore the crown on the band in ancient times, while in Qin and Han dynasties, they have added a bundle of hair accessories called kui under the crown, and the kui is connected to crown tassel and tied under the jaw. In the Eastern Han dynasty, men use a ze, a turban used in ancient China, to cover the hair first and then wear a crown on it. Only the people of higher status can wear like this in the Qin dynasty. The Jin turban for men is a passport for a man into adulthood. When a man is 20 years old, he will be crowned as a scholar, a cultural person with identity, while a common person wears a jin and a manual worker wears hats. The jin means careful in Chinese characters. During the Warring States period, people in the states of Han wrapped their heads in green turban, and people in the states of Qin wrapped their heads with black turban. At the end of the Eastern Han Dynasty, people such as Yuan Shao, Kong Rong all wrapped their heads in turban. The Ze has emerged in the state of Qin during the Warring States period. People wear the Ze made of crimson. Crimson is red handkerchief. Some warriors unearthed in the tomb of terracotta warrior in Xi'an, Shanxi province, wear the crimson scarf. In the Han Dynasty, the Ze is similar to the appearance of a handkerchief. People at a cap ring named Yan Ti erected on the forehead. It was connected to the triangular ear on the back of the head. The crown ear of the civil official are longer than that of the military official. People put the Jin on the top of the head to turn the empty space into a house. The high-rise part that resembling ridged and like the Chinese character Jie is called Jieze. The Jinxian crown matches with the long-eared Jieze. Generally, the civil officials wear the Jieze under the Jinxian crown. The crown on the Jieze is called the Zhantong, and the beams Liang, representing the rank status, is equipped in front of the Zhantong. The flat-topped Ze is called Ping Shang Ze, and noble personnel can add a crown on it. The Huiwen crown matches with the short-ear Ping Shang Ze. The military officials usually match a Ping Shang Ze under the military crown. Some of the Ping Shang Ze is earless. In the late Eastern Han Dynasty, there was a pattern of low in front and high behind. The Yanti is a low while the ears are high, which was called Pingjingze. Above in the distinctions of the concepts of Jin and Ze in Qin and Han dynasties. Now let's move to the crown. The crowns of the Han dynasty are one of the basic symbols to distinguish the ranks and positions. There are mainly more than 16 kinds of crowns, including the Mian Guan, Chang Guan, Wei Mao Guan, Tong Tian Guan, Yuan You Guan, Gao Shan Guan, Jin Xian Guan, Fa Guan, Wu Guan, Jian Hua Guan, Fang Shan Guan, Shu Shi Guan,Que Fei Guan,Que Di Guan, Fan Kuai Guan, etc. And we can only seek the forms of these crowns from the artistic relics of the Han dynasty. The Mian Guan are worn by emperors, men of titles like Gong, Hou, Bo, Zi, Nan, and Qing Dafu. The Chang Guan, long crown, is previously worn by Liu Bang, Emperor Han Gaozu, and was later set as the crown of the official's vestments. Wei Mao Guan is made of black silk, up small down big, shaped like a cup, and is worn by officials, governors, and doctors during the school ceremony. The Juebian is worn by musicians and dancers who sacrificed to heaven and earth, the 5 suburbs, and the temple of heaven. Tong Tian Guan, sky crown, is worn by emperor when the officials congratulate in court in the first month of the lunar year. The Shanshu is to add a high-side shaped gold plate to the Yanti, with embossed cedar patterns on it. The Yuan You Guan is shaped like the Tongtian crown without the Shanshu. The Gaoshan Guan, high mountain crown, is worn by officials who are in charge of court etiquette and mission. The Jinxian Guan is the crown for refined scholars and Confucian scholars. The Fa Guan, law crown, is worn by law executors. The Wu Guan, soldier's crown, is worn by military officers and is decorated with saber tail. The crown worn by Han Diao is red and black. The crown worn by Wang Mang is a yellow one. In terms of costumes, the robes have been used as court clothes since Qin Dynasty. In the Han Dynasty, the robes are used as official robes from emperors to petty officials, and the mean daily clothes as well. The robes from the Shenyi system are different in apparel, fabric, and color, with red being the top and green the second. In the Han Dynasty, the robes were dressed in 5 colors: green in spring, red and yellow in summer, white in autumn, and black in winter. Han Dynasty robes were mostly cut with large sleeves, which are called 宝衣大哨, wide clothes and crotches, with large fat crotch trousers inside. The sleeves are composed of mei, the wide sleeves, and chu, the upturned cuff, and shaped like arc. Inside the robe is a single garment. During the spring and autumn period and the Warring States period, the Qujupao is still popular in the Western Han Dynasty. The robes unearthed in Ma Wangdui Han tombs are divided into 2 types: the right lapel curving front robe and the right lapel straight front robe. One of the unlined single garments of Shenyi is called Chanyi. The straight front wide Chanyi is called Chanyu. The Chanyu could be used as a formal dress by the Eastern Han Dynasty. The Zushou should be hung out the robe, while the Zu refers to the sash on the official seal, and the Shou is the strip-shaped ornament made of colored silk to cover the pouch, or is tied to the front of the vest. That's where the yin shou, the seal and its silk ribbon, comes from. The color of the shoe is to mark the person's status. Women's dresses are also made of shenyi, so the shenyi is the common clothing for men and women in Qin and Han dynasties. There are many records about the shenyi. 5 meanings of clothing requirements. Gui, the round bottom of the sleeves. Ju, square. Shen, the center joint of the back to the bottom. Quan and Heng, the balance, are focused on the courtesy, while the meaning of the shape and skill are not clearly and not in line with reality. That's all about the official clothing system in Qin and Han dynasty.